So the music cuts out, and then a piano comes on, and then Tyler's mom comes on and starts talking about how much
Damn.
Tyler reminds her of his dad. And this is how you know it's Tyler's mom based on the way that she's trolling. Because she was given a description and she was like, man, you got that man body, you got that man feet, long arms, flat feet, big dick. Now, Miss Mamas. Not her talking about his nether regions. I was like, no, ma'am. I know she playing, but that is a strike. So if you ever wonder where Tyler got his craziness from, look no further. I mean, she's been on other music before, but she played too much right here. I wonder if Tyler told her to say that. So after Tyler's mom says her piece, Tyler comes in and says, she said that I make expressions like him. My legs to my shoulders and my chin like him. So he's continuing that conversation about her saying, dog, you look just like this brother. And I love the chorus when he comes in and says, Mama, I'm chasing a ghost. I don't know who or where he is. So I'm guessing he's pursuing trying to find out who his father actually is and where he can find him. At first I thought his dad was dead, but then if you're listening to the tense of the words, it doesn't sound like past tense, so it sounds like he's alive. And then when he gets to the second verse, he says, you gave me love, affection, attention, and protection. He got all of that from his mom, so he wasn't really worried about it. And he said, how could I miss something I never had? And he was like, I wouldn't judge you because everything worked out without him. And I like the way he did the like hims in that moment, because he started out with, without him, like him, like him. It sort of made me think of Killing Me Softly. And then we get into one of my favorite parts of the song when the song goes quiet and then Baby Keem comes back in with,
Huh.
so when they come in with the Let It Go part and he says, I decided to, anything that lives inside of you, I would never ever lie to you. Yeah, you ain't never gotta lie to me. I'm everything that I strive to be. So do I look like him? And I love how they kept chanting, do I look like him? And he said, I don't look like him. And then all of a sudden, Lola Young comes in and she sings this part and it's so beautiful. And then his mom chimes back in and says, you know what? It was my fault, not his fault, not your fault. Essentially, I was young. I did some immature stuff. I pushed him away, even though he really wanted to be a father. And she was like, please forgive me. And I was talking to my homegirl about this and she said, well, that sounds like growth. And it sort of does, because you got to think about it. She probably held on to this secret for a while. And we all know how families can hold on to a secret. And one of the main themes of this album is to let yourself go, be honest, be your truest self. Let the things that are weighing you down go. And I feel like this is one of those burdens that his mom probably had to carry for years. And Tyler pretty much said, I wouldn't attack you for anything that's inside of you. So he's giving her permission to let everything out. And I'm wondering how long ago this conversation probably happened with Tyler, because after a while, I never heard him talking bad about his dad again. But a little over a decade ago, this man was eating that man up. That's the reason why I went back to listen to Bastard, because I was like, I remember him talking pretty bad about his dad. And then after listening for a little bit, I was like, I had never heard this album in my life. Now, it is called Bastard for a reason. And before I turned it off, I did hear him talking about his dad in a negative light. Now, we got to remember, he was 17 at that time. He's in his 30s now. I think where I heard him talking bad about his dad was actually on the Wolf album. So I was very surprised when I heard Like Him and he was talking about his dad in a positive way. So I was like, a conversation must have been had years ago and he stopped talking about his dad in that way. And then he had to process it. So he had to take his time in order to be able to put this song together for this album. It's obviously a song of forgiveness for his mom, but sort of vindication for his dad. And honestly, I think his dad might need another song, because the way he was eating his dad up back in the day, I was like, do I hate him too? This is a very powerful song, and it shows that there's some healing that's taking place.